Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji, and thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button in the corner there in order to get new content. I'm going to be adding on a lot more content as I'm building my channel, and I'm always grateful for each one of you who I share time with. So I'm going to talk about the new moon in Gemini on June the 18th. Now, Geminis, happy birthday to you, by the way. What's Gemini about? Duality. Duality. So you guys might be feeling kind of this and that, opposite and flirty, and yet you're like, I want to be really, really chatty with that person. Give me the courage to start talking with that person. So Geminis are very sociable. They love to interact, they love to laugh, they like to release their inner child and make people laugh. There's a lot of good qualities in each sign. There's also the negative qualities. And it's how we go about balancing the negativity with the positivity, right? So this is why it's really important to embrace this energy. It's also a master number day. So especially with this new moon falling on a master number day, set intentions. Every new moon, always set your intentions of what you want to manifest, what you want to resolve and clear, because new moons can bring sudden endings and new beginnings. New moons are a lot more powerful than full moons because it's about new. So you're going to see certain signs, and you have seen certain signs from the universe. What's not working for you anymore? Is it a job? Is it a relationship? Is it where you live? Is it your business? Is it like whatever it is? Really pay attention to this energy right now. It will work with you if you work with this energy. So it's going to bring out a lot more creativity for you. So for those of you who are very artsy or want to redecorate, revamp things to, maybe I should add this into my business, or maybe, I should add in more colors to my hemisphere within myself. So pay attention to that creativity that's going to come out, and you're going to find that you're going to want to get out there and start communicating a lot more with others. Chatty Cathy. Remember that Chatty Cathy doll? So you're going to be a lot more chatty and a lot more sociable and saying, why don't we hook up? Let's go out for coffee. Let's get together and have lunch. Let's do this or let's do that. So Geminis like to make people laugh. So have you ever noticed that, if you're feeling a little bit down, let's say, and all of a sudden you get a call or a message from someone, and let's say if it's a Gemini, that Gemini knows, they can feel it, that, I'm feeling my friend is a little bit down right now. They might do silly things or, say silly things or put a costume on or something just to make you laugh. And laughter is healing of the soul. And you're still working through and letting go. You're healing. You're still healing from letting go of family situations, coming to terms with endings with relationships and that. And that's going to continue on until October 2, by the way. So you'll have to watch my Cosmic Vibes weekly videos in order to get a lot more information from that energy. So you're also going to see, especially, a lot more truth being exposed, like especially right now, a lot of things are going to be coming to surface even more and more and more. And you're going to be like, wow, there's a lot of like, wow, what's going on here? When have we seen it? Always, right? Every time you turn around, there's something more going on. And that's going to continue on this month as well. And this new moon energy is going to spark that energy. So you're going to also be doing a lot more reflecting during this moon about your abilities and your talents. You're going to be like, this isn't working for me. However, really utilize who you are. We're all gifted. We all have talents and abilities one way or the other. Maybe you're a painter, maybe you're a reader, maybe you're a scientist, maybe you're like whatever. Own who you are. And don't worry about, yeah, but I'd like to do that, but that person has this and they got that going. Don't worry about that because that's their journey. That's who they are. Maybe that's their life mission and their sole purpose. So you're going to be really, really kind of, should I change this? You know how I keep on saying change? Because this Gemini new moon will make you want to change what is no longer serving your highest good. When you hold on to something too tightly, you're blocking things. You're blocking that creativity. Fear is roadblocks. Start writing things down, what you want to manifest right now with this new moon. New moons will affect your animals as well. There's a lot more passing during the new moons with animals and people. We're a lot more sensitive. Surgery is not recommended on new moon. I mean, if you have to, of course, have surgery, of course, you have to have that surgery. So on the 18th to the 20th, you might have some issues with your stomach, your shoulders, your arms and your hands, your nervousness. You might be a lot more nervous. Sleep might be off. Your lungs might be a little bit more sensitive where you're clearing it, like a sore throat. You might be like, oh, like my breathing seems a little bit slow or a little bit fast. Take time for you and put your hand on your heart. Close your eyes, distance away from a lot of the noise of the concrete jungle of the city or your distractions. Turn your phone off, put it on mute, take time for you. Slow your breaths down, slow it down. Your breath, breathe in and breathe out. Very slowly, because this new moon, you could all of a sudden feel really exhausted. So it's really important to pay attention to your body during this time. Like your ovaries might be a little bit more sensitive in your womb area as well. So during certain times, especially planets and signs and everything like that, your body, different parts of your body is more sensitive during certain times. That's why I talk about it in my Cosmic Vibes video, what days certain parts of your body are going to be more sensitive than the others. And you'll see that. So new moons, you might want to make a new regimen with your diet as well. You have seen, and you might all of a sudden be like, you know what, I have to change my diet. I'm more drawn into, I can only have this. I don't want that anymore. Really pay attention because the moon energy, it's new. It will work with you. You're going to be feeling very spontaneous. At the last minute, you might be like, why don't we do this? I'm going to go on that road trip. Yeah, but we kind of have to pre-plan spontaneity. Let's just go. Let's just do it. Let's just sign up for that class. Let's go out there. Let's phone that person. Let's do this. Be very spontaneous, but just try not to make any rash decisions where if you're going to say something to somebody that's negative, be very careful. Be very careful during this new moon because it can bring out a lot of rashness. And you want to be able to speak truth with integrity from your heart. From your heart. Because your higher self is on right now. You're tuning into your soul. You're hearing your soul speak even more. Spontaneous. I'm very spontaneous myself as well. The last minute I could decide to all of a sudden, boof, do this or boof, do that. Because I keep hearing, Jenny, do this right now, or maybe pick up that phone and call that person, or whatever it is. So when you're in alignment within your soul and feeling balanced, you're going to be like, that feels right for me. Let's just do this. I'm just going to plan it. Let's just go. Let's just pick up and go as well. And for some of you, you could be like, well, I'm not in the position to do that right now, and so on. This is also the time to be patient. Be very patient right now. You're getting tested by spirit. Of course, we'd like to wave that magic wand and have this and have that happen, and this and this and this. Everything comes together in divine timing. So it's really, really important you don't force anything or push a situation because the timing might not be right. Or maybe it's not the right path for you. Spirit has a tendency to step in and change things. All of a sudden, boom. Yeah, but Jeni, I had, this planned and that planned. I understand. And all of a sudden it just stopped. I don't get it. Spirit is stepping in to protect you. We have our guides, we have our angels, we have our loved ones that have passed on. And sometimes they're like, you know what? We're going to just step in and stop that from happening. If you ever notice that if you're going to be meeting somebody, if you wanted to meet someone, and every time you wanted to get together with that person or see them, something happens. And you're like, why does that always happen? Or anytime you wanted to send in a resume or to go in a different direction, let's say to move, all of a sudden it stops. There's reasons for that. Spirit's like, no, we're going to stop that from happening. We don't want you on that route. And of course, sometimes we have to go on these routes and do different directions in order to see what we want and don't want and to learn lessons. Whenever we learn lessons, always be grateful for what your soul has shown you. Really reflect back on the past month and really take a look at what have I learned? What have I truly, truly learned? Start writing it down, keeping a journal on it as well. So you're going to be a lot more curious about situations right now. You could be like, I'm really curious to see what would happen if I did that, or if I changed that. Like, what's going to happen? That's your fear. How are you going to know? How are you going to know? Do it. Do it. This energy is going to work with you. If it feels right, if you're feeling, something's telling me that I have to make these changes right now, or that I have to do this, or I have to, whatever it is, and it might not make sense to you. And then all of a sudden you do it. That's the spontaneity because it's feeling right. And then you're like, wow, I am so grateful I did that. Wow, it really, really made a huge difference. Exactly. So when you work with the new moon energy, it's going to work with you. And it's also a time to, with your crystals, put them outside in the moon or put them on your window ledge to get that recharge. Some people even put like their tarot cards or their oracle cards out in the moon or by their window ledge where the moon is coming in, or in a room where, you open your blinds or your drapes and the moon shines in. It recharges things for you. So you're going to be making a lot more commitments to yourself as well during this new moon. You might be like, you know what? That's it. I'm going to set more goals. I'm going to set a goal that I want to change this by this time frame, because what you're working on right now, you're going to see those results coming in September to October this year. And you might be like, yeah, but gosh, that's a long time. Or no, it's not. No, it's not. What energy you're working on that feels right for you, you're going to see that come to fruition one way or the other. Your soul will work with you when you're tuned in and listening. Yeah, but Jeni, I'm not hearing those messages. Turn off your phone. Go in nature. Go for a swim. Move your body around. Have some silence and that quiet time. But I'm not hearing my intuition or your soul, because you need to meditate more. Meditate more. Spend quiet time. Quiet time. When you're spending quiet time, you're going to hear those messages coming through more. Don't force it. Don't force it, because this Neptune energy is going to bring some uncertainties for you. You might be like, I'm not sure about this path. I'm not sure about my career or this relationship or this or this or this or this or that. Neptune will bring that to the surface for you. So write things down. Write things down. and reflect back. Really, really reflect back on what brought you happiness. What will bring you happiness? Yeah, but Jeni, when I have $1 million and I have that perfect body and I have this. No, stay in the now. Stay in the now. Start writing down what would make you happy. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. Start writing it down. Because when you start writing things down, you're all of a sudden starting to manifest things. The universe sees you writing things down. And that's that curiosity with this new moon as well. So be curious. You can always book a reading with Jeni. I'm just saying, I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life akashic records, animal communicator, relationship coach, pranic healer, and so on to get a lot more clarity as well. And sometimes we just need that little bit of clarity and confirmations that we're on the right path. It's so easy to get confused. And the new moon can be very, 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 very emotional. A lot, like some of you might be in tears throughout the day, because you're like reflecting back to loved ones who have passed on, or certain memories of situations. You're like, wow, we used to do this and this and this and this. What happened? What happened? Life brings change. The only thing that's constant in life is change. And as long as you're being true to you, that's the only thing that matters. Show kindness to others as well, you guys. So this new moon can really, really make you a lot more flirty. You might be like, I'm going to be very spontaneous and actually start flirting with that person a little bit more. Do it. Right? Do it. Yeah, but Jeni, I don't know. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe stop with the maybes. This is that curiosity energy I talked about. This is this flirtiness and the chat, very communicative. This is the time to say, hey, let's get together. Let's go see a movie. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Or, I'm just saying, give it a go. Give it a go and face your fears. Face your fears, you guys, right? Fears will hold back. But what's going to happen, Jeni? Book a reading with Jeni. I'll tell you what's going to happen. However, this energy will work with you by being spontaneous. You're going to be curious, and you're going to be wanting to confront yourself. When you start confronting yourself, that can get really ugly and it can get scary. And when you confront yourself, it's like, what are you afraid of? What are you scared of? I'm scared of rejection. The person's going to say no. Well, then you at least know. If that's your person, it's going to happen naturally, regardless of what. If you're meant to be at that job, it's going to happen naturally at the right time. So you're going to see your worth even more so during this new moon as well. And you're going to be like, you know what? I don't connect with that. I don't resonate with this anymore. Then why are you a part of it? Ask yourself, why are you still there? Why are you still a part of this energy with this person or this group or in this career or in this job or this or this or this or this or that? Ask yourself that. Confront yourself. Write it down. Write it down. Your sleep's going to be light. You're going to be like, why am I not sleeping? Because the moon's very strong. The moon energy is very, very strong. That's why it's like, put your crystals out. It rejuvenates them and so on and so on. Your intuition is going to be a lot more stronger as well. And we're moving into the summer solstice as well. So you guys might be pre-planning things. Boom, spontaneous. Hey, let's travel here. Or let's go there. Let's be a part of the summer solstice. Whatever it is, really pay attention. Really, really pay attention to that. So we're going to pull a couple of cards and see what the spirit world, the universal world, has to say about this new moon in Gemini. So let's pull a couple of cards, you guys, and see what's going on. So make sure that whenever you use any cards, oracles, tarots, whatever they are, that you knock them 3 times on wood, because it clears your energy and whoever else used them. And I've cleared my decks. before I do these videos with you. Because if not, it brings the energy from you or the last person that utilized and used your decks as well. So I don't use cards when a client books a reading with me because I'm clairvoyant. I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at and expand it and help you transcend forward and quantum leaps from that point on, telling you what blocks you have, what's going to happen, and so on. So let's ask the spirit world, what is the cosmic energy for this new moon in Gemini for June 18th? What's the message from the moon? It's a message from the moon. Fertility, fertility, fertility as well, I'm hearing. Very fertile, very fertile. So for those of you who are trying to conceive, by the way, new moon's a really good time. Don't give up. If you try to force that, it's not going to happen. And there's a lot of problems with fertility now, of course. I've talked about that in all of my videos and a lot of my videos about a lot of fertility issues now due to reasons. We're not going to talk about that. However, follow your dreams and your bliss, you guys. What's the message from Spirit? What is the message from Spirit for this new moon? It's the message from Spirit. Wow. Okay. So solar star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. I mean, I've been very drawn today to wear one of my crosses, one of my I love crosses. I channel and work with the Christ consciousness. No, I'm not Catholic. I'm spiritual. So I believe in all different faiths and who we are from our past lives. We're very connected with that. That's why we get drawn to different cultures and religions and so on. So activate that energy within. Activate your lotus energy, your Buddhic plane. Access that higher consciousness. But Jeni, how do I do that? Start setting boundaries. Distance yourself away from negative energies. Distance yourself away from drama. Distance yourself away from people who are putting the fear of God into you with things. Surround yourself with positive people who support you unconditionally. Yeah, but Jeni, my family doesn't. This is why I've talked about in the last few videos how you're letting your family go. You're working through healing. You're working through past life clearings on a quantum level. You have to watch my videos to find out how to do that and what's going on. So this energy with the new moon is going to activate that. New moons are very powerful, and you're going to start to remembering more who you are with your abilities, with your talent. You're going to start reviewing that and fulfilling soul contracts. Fulfilling soul contracts is with people and relationships. So you might be like, you know what, my relationship just ended with this person, whoever it is. That's because your soul contract has come to an end with that person or situation of a workplace, whatever it is. We have soul contracts with everybody we meet. That's why you might meet somebody for a day. You might know them for 50 years. You might know them for a week, whatever. And whatever that relationship you have with them, that's part of your soul contract that you prepared and talked about before you even born. So that's why you feel familiar with certain people that you have just met. They're connected with your past life once upon a time ago. And that's why I do a lot of past life readings. It helps you understand why this is happening to you, why you're with these different relationships, and also, most importantly, how to clear that energy, how to break that energy for freedom within your soul so you can move forward and not have to repeat that again. That's the key. So let's ask Spirit, what's a message here from the universe? We're going to use one of these. The message for this new moon in Gemini, June 18th. Now, this is also known as the new buck moon, by the way. So it's because the antlers start to appear on the male deers. So that's why certain moons and full moons and so on have different sayings or names for it. So, all right. So what is the message from spirit and the universe for this new moon? What is the message for June 18th for this new moon? You're going to find that things are going to be manifesting more quicker for you as well, by the way. Be very specific what you want to manifest. So what is the message from the spirit world? Return, 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 descender. You know that song, Return Descender by Elvis? Maybe Elvis is returning. I'm just saying. So this is so adorable. This is so sweet. So return. You know how I stated that the new moons, of course, we all get affected. Your animals get affected more. There's a lot more passings with animals around the new moon. So the return here is them going back home to spirit. I'm very grateful and so blessed that I'm an animal communicator. It's one of my gifts I hold very sacred to my heart. And look at that little cute little dog. And there's spirit calling the little dog home. And there's your little dog there saying, I'm still with you. It's just my soul contract has ended and it's time for me to go home now. Oh, wow. How fitting. How very fitting. So let's ask the crystal world. You know, I love my crystals. What is the message from our crystal kingdom? The kingdom of the crystals, Lemurian, Atlantis. What is the message from our crystals? So wear whatever crystal you're drawn to. And you might be like, Jeni, I'm drawn to this crystal. I don't know why. So you can always Google, okay, this is a whatever crystal it is. You can always Google the meaning of the crystal, and then you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense. That's why I'm drawn to that crystal. Like every morning, whenever I get up, I'm always like, what crystals am I drawn to wear? And I wear those. I'm very sensitive, very sensitive. So when I go crystal shopping, I kind of scan those crystals to see what I'm drawn to, unless I know exactly what crystal I need ahead of time. So, okay, what's the message from the crystals for the new moon? The message from the crystals for the new moon. It's the message from the crystal. Message from the crystal. Hematite. Hematite is so important to help keep you grounded. I wear hematite around Mercury retrograde. It could be around a new moon and a full moon, or if I'm feeling a little bit off. Hematite is a very strong crystal that helps you feel grounded and can ground you very much. So I'm not wearing any hematite today, but it's one of my favorite crystals. And some of you, if you notice that, you know, Jeni, I bought like a hematite ring and it just falls off, or my necklace broke, or whatever it is, because the energy has absorbed your energy, or it has made itself known to you that you have worked through that energy and you need to get something else. We can zap energy, and the energy can zap us, right? Without going into lots of details. So hematite is very important to stay grounded. Like we all have, there's lots of other crystals too that help you stay grounded. So go by what you're drawn to. Really go by what you're drawn to. And if you're feeling your nervous system is a little bit off, you know, your nervous system can attract things. There's also red jasper. Here's one. This is another one of my favorite crystals. It's very heavy, by the way. This is very, very heavy. But I love this. It reminds me of Arizona and Colorado, the red rock. I used to live in Colorado and go horseback riding up in the Garden of the Gods. So beautiful. I really miss that. And I hope to get back to Colorado one day to visit and go horseback riding in the Garden of the Gods again. It's been on my list for a while. So red jasper is really good for also grounding yourself as well, for protection. So see how that is. Look at that red rock. Doesn't that look like a Arizona, Colorado, Utah? Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. It's one of my favorite pieces. And actually, where I got that, I bought 3 very unique pieces like that, crystals, in an art gallery. I was out and about helping my friend Terry, one of my bestest friends who had passed on. He was an artist, amazing artist. And the art gallery was actually closing down. And I have a truck. So I'm like, let's go get your stuff, your paintings. He painted huge paintings. And I loaded up my truck. And as I was looking in this art gallery, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these beautiful crystals. Are they like for sale? So Terry called the owner. And needless to say, I bought 3 incredibly beautiful pieces. That's one of them. And it's wow. It's so anyways, it's amazing. So I just wanted to share that a little bit with you. So let's find out what the universe has to say to us as well, you guys. What is the message specifically from the universe for this new moon? It's the message from the universe. The message from the universe. It's the message from the universe. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Look at that. The collective message from the universe. I pray for the highest good for all. Absolutely. I mean, I do chanting. I chant every day. I meditate 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes more. And I always radiate and send out the energy to help heal our world, our planet, all of humanity and its species and its animals. And I radiate unconditional love to all of the energy. And wish everyone a lot of success and prosperity and abundance and love and light and so on. So just going to pull another deck here. I'm really drawn to this one too, by the way. Especially during solstice, as we get nearby it, there's a lot of fire energy with the solstice. Fire is transformation, transmutation. If you ever looked into a fireplace, fire pit, and you start seeing images and you start seeing and hearing and feeling something different. Brings me back to my shamanic days, dancing around the fire, medicine man, medicine woman, all of that type of energy. So what is the message from the spirit world for this Gemini new moon? Message. Wow. And it's funny because I heard this and I didn't mention it. Begin writing now. Create, express, inspire. You know how this new moon is about creativity? That some of you might want to write, let's say. Some of you might want to create a blog or write that book or write a journal or write down on your vision board what you want to manifest with the highest intentions, of course, and be very, very specific with what you want to manifest. Very important. You might go into that trance on the new moon day and say, you know what? I just need some space. I need some quiet time for me. And when you do that, you're going to start hearing messages coming through. New moons are very powerful. So really, really pay attention to what your dreams are showing you, what you're hearing as well. That's so important. Even though it might sound completely out there and crazy and stuff like that, write it down because that's your soul giving you pre-signs or indications what you need to change or what you need to work on or confirming to you your life direction. when you follow your passions and what you're passionate about, you're going to find that that's your soul's footprints to help you on your journey to walk that red road. I just heard red road. So no wonder the red road, the red rock. Maybe some of you are going to Arizona. Maybe some of you are going to retreat. Maybe some of you are going around that red rock. I just kept on hearing red rock, red rock. So please like my video. It really helps my channel as I'm building it up. And I've had some people say, let me send you a little gift for your videos. You know, you can add it on. I have no control over that. I have to build up my channel, and then YouTube sends me a notification. Then I can then monetize my channel. So I have to wait for YouTube to do that. So, you know, I will let you know, or you'll just automatically see it. And then you can send me a little thank you gift as well, if you choose to. You don't have to, but it'd be grateful. So anyways, I wish you guys a very, very happy new moon. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what changes you're doing or what you're working through, and so on and so on. And I will catch you if you subscribe to my channel. It's free. What more can you ask for? And if you'd like to book a reading with me, soulworkwithjeni.com. Sends you lots of love and light. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.